Welcome back to the MNFL here on YouTube. I am Cab. I recently revealed that you guys could call me that. We have a matchup, international, and it should be pretty good. It's Paris going up against Mexico. Armadillos, Dreadknots. Coming to you soon. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, who would have been commentating this game. Want to pay homage to those guys, but Jaden Daniels leading his team out after a kind of, to be honest, sucky game last week. Just did not produce as much as they thought they were going to, but he's got another shot against another 0-1 team in the Dreadknots, as they'll kick it off to start. Before we start, remember the time rule. I have no commentator friend with me today, and I know you guys just want to see this game, so we'll see who comes out 1-1 and who will remain without a win right now. So here we go, Mexico to kick it off, and Paris Dreadknots to receive, as they'll take this one at the 27. Drew Lock, the quarterback for the Dreadknots. Now, it's a questionable decision, but he didn't play too bad. Only 7 incompletions. He got 87 yards, so obviously not performing to a well enough standard, but he did do pretty well. So here's 1st and 10. Looks like pistol, and he will be rocked. Way to get that ball out of his hands right there by the Mexico City defense, which in a press conference they did say that the defense was not a problem. It was actually our offense who struggled, which right there, it looks like the defense can't hold them, and there's an injury already. A huge injury to the secondary. We'll get you updated on that one after the game when we go through the stat line, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42. Here, handoff, big gain right there. And it's Tracy Jr. 11 yards on that run, his first of the game, and it sets up 1st and 10 in enemy territory here at the 48. Tight look for the Dreadknots. Man in motion. They'll give it to him, and that is blown up straight away. They seen the jet sweep. They knew it was coming. Way to keep their eyes on number 17, as it'll be 2nd and 11. Yeah, at the 49 now. Fake handoff, looking, big pass downfield, it's caught! And that'll be a 1st down to the 28. Big play made there by Drew Lock and some other parts of this defense, or this offense. That was Malik Neighbors, by the way. Don't know exactly when this trade happened. They're saying it happened at some point during week 1. Not mid-game, but a little bit afterwards. They realized they needed some improvement. So 1st and 10. Here, Drew Lock fires. Pass is caught. Or actually, it's knocked out. Excuse me. Charleston, and that will bring up 2nd down for Drew Lock and the Dreadknots. And this pass is knocked out, incomplete, as it'll be 3rd and 10. So 3rd and long after a long and successful drive. We'll see if it ends here. Still have a chance to kick the field goal, of course, but Drew Lock throws sideline, incomplete. So I guess this is where the drive ends. 4th and 10, they'll bring out the field goal unit. This one from 45 yards out. Kick is up and good to make it 3-0. Paris on top after a well-mounted drive comes to an end inside the 30. Of course, all good things do come to an end, as this kick will end up being received at the 7, and Mexico City will take this one at the 28. A huge concern, by the way, their coach said that the offense wasn't doing well enough. We'll take a look at Jaden Daniels, excuse me. 19 for 28, 161 yards, and an interception. Which, if he had some touchdowns, that might have warranted the response from their coach. They're saying Robinson needs to step up. And this pass will be a screen. And they'll take a loss on it. Very big right there. Harrison, it'll be 2nd and 11. Watch that big X Factor player. They got an X Factor and a superstar. And there's the X Factor right there. 3rd and 11 after Dexter Lawrence taking that one. As it'll be 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 for Mexico City. Daniels looks to throw. Pass is caught, and he is rocked. So a 3 and out to start Mexico City's drive. Obviously, no handoff there, and Daniels is left with nothing. So 4th and 6 warrants the punt team, and this one will be shipped out. Well, wow. They got that one pretty far down the field, and there's plenty of Armadillos to take him down. It only takes one as Drew Lock comes back out. Malik Neighbors was actually drafted, so excuse me for that previous statement. The Dreadknots did select him as 2nd and 9. Tracy Jr. tries to get a big gain and will only get one. So it'll be 2nd and 9. So even though they are 0-1, they don't look good on paper. And there's a sack. As I was starting to say, they looked good. It's Payne with a sack. That's his last name, but they might as well call it his middle name right there. Replace the Y with an I and remove the E. As that was a huge one. Those are drive killers. They'll obviously hurt the team carrying the ball there, as it'll be 3rd and 18. Drew Lock looking for something here. He steps up, and he will be sacked again. Luvu on the sack, as it'll be a punt from way back. This one might go off at the 5, and it will. Receive this one at the 30, a 5-yard return afterwards. As here comes Jaden Daniels after a flawed first drive. Not a good one for sure. As it'll be 1st and 10 here. Daniels with 2 people in the backfield. There's a run, and he'll take off towards the edge. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 47. Big play by Robinson to get him the 1st down to start this one off. Remember, that's the guy they need to step up via their head coach, as Jaden Daniels sets up here at the 47, looking to throw. Picked off! Not off to a great start. Tyler Nubbin with the pick. And Mexico City with some questions to answer, certainly, after that one. Good blocks on the O-line, and then he just overleads his receiver a little bit, and that was the main cause of that pick. Here's Drew Lock once again. Didn't take too long before we seen him again. He actually isn't doing too bad right now. It has been punts and turnovers, though, since that first drive from both teams, as that will be 9 yards to the 49 to make it 2nd and short. Locke goes under center. Handoff, and he breaks through to the 43. Picking up the 1st down for the Dreadknots, and the Armadillos chose to wear their alternates today. Now remember, they can only do that 3 games of the year. They figured this one would be a pretty easy matchup. It's not going to plan, and Must have tripped or something. Can't get that upfield chin to mark him down. Just 3 yards out at the 40. So Drew looking to throw. Passes knocked out of his hands. Good night. What a kill shot right there. And it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Dreadknots, led by Drew Lock, who will throw on this one. Pass is caught, and he's got a lead. Shakes off a tackle, and he's inside the 15 to the 12. Big play by Slayton. What a play right there. Took a pretty innocent looking slant, maybe a drag, and ran that one way downfield. Shook off a tackle for some extra yards as well. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Quick pass right here. Sheds a tackle, and it'll be 6 yards to the 6-yard line. Makes it 2nd and 4. And Drew Lock in dangerously close range here to score. An interesting lineup for the defense. He'll throw, and this one's incomplete. Armstrong getting there with the pressure. So big play coming up from that defense, and it'll be 3rd and 4. Empty set here for Lock. Pass, corner, incomplete. Great coverage right there by Martin, who stays with him to make it 4th and 4, and the punt team will come out here. So Quinn, obviously with some questions to answer about why this offense is doing so bad, but you look on the Dreadknots and, well, they haven't been able to finish anything, but they've certainly been good at kicking their field goals, as it'll be 6-0 in the 1st quarter. There's a nice little shifty return there by Mexico City, as it'll be Jaden Daniels once again leading this offense out. Robinson in the backfield. Haven't seen much of him today since Coach's comment. And there is a run, and that's exactly why he made that comment right there. Shut down by the Dreadknots. And it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 in the backfield right now. Could be extra protection for Jaden Daniels. We don't know yet. Play action. Throws. Caught! 1st down at the 45. So a pretty interesting looking play action call right there, but it pays off. And they'll have 1st and 10 at the 45 now. Jaden Daniels goes under center. Handoff to Robinson, and he cannot get past the line of scrimmage. Ooh, Lord. Dexter Lawrence in company. Now a lit up X factor for Lawrence. They're going to have to be careful with that. 2nd and 10 here. Handoff. And Robinson with a gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 8. 1st quarter winding down. Will they take the excess off the clock, or will they make a final play? So a no play right there. 6-0. Dreadknots. And they have controlled this one. Defense, offense, but they cannot get in the end zone for anything right now. Brian Dable, the head coach of the Dreadknots, of course, for this 1st season. 3rd and 8. We'll see Daniels rolling out, and he'll be sacked. Wow! Big play by Burns. And it'll be 4th down. Brian Burns. What a pickup from Carolina before the shift. And that is incredible. Way to track down Jaden Daniels to bring him down, of course. And, man, that is a drive killer right there. 4th and 16. They'll go ahead and punt this ball at about the 33. This one bounces too much, and it'll be a touchback. So Drew Lock and the Dreadknots with a drive to make from the 20. So we'll see how they start off our second quarter here. As the defense did plenty. And a missed opportunity there from Tracy Jr. as he'll pick up only 3. Not the smartest running back, but certainly not the least skilled. As Drew Lock looks to throw, pass is caught, and there's a big run right there down to the 40. Big reception for, I believe that is Johnson. Yes, it is. Defense a little frustrated after that one. They look like they're going to play man this time. As it'll be 1st and 10. Lock fires incomplete. That was dangerous right there. Lattimore in coverage. And they're known to be a pretty good man coverage defense. And that is a huge breakthrough. That just cannot happen. TFL, and it'll be 3rd and 12. 38-yard line here. Lock, with all the time in the world, fires to the check down, and that will not do anything. 4th and 8. And this punt will go to the goal line, bounce way back. And Jay Daniels comes out at the 20. So no touchdowns so far. We are in the early second quarter, though, so a lot of time to change. As this run by Robinson will pick up 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Mexico City Armadillos. Now, they have been doing pretty poorly to start this one off, I'll say that. But that is due to this Dreadknots defense, who takes it down again. Huge plays coming out of this team so far. And Mexico City on the verge, as it'll be 3rd and long. Daniels with an empty set now, looking to throw, and he's sacked again. Their 3rd sack, and we just started the second quarter. Wow. Isaiah Simmons gets him behind the 10-yard line, and that will certainly end up being, and this is going to be a very used phrase throughout, but that will be a drive killer. And the Armadillos will boot this one right at the bottom of their letters there, and trying to make a move past the 35, get to the 36 before being wrapped up. And Drew Lock hasn't been well for him, but his offense has scored points, so you got to give him at least that. 6-0 as he takes over here. Play action. Drop back. Steps up, by the way, and he'll have a 5-yard completion to the tight end, Johnson. And it'll be 2nd and 5. Here's Drew Lock. Here's a snap. Lock fires, and it's dropped. Same guy he just went to, Johnson, but Wagner on the huge incompletion there to make it 3rd and medium. Lock escapes, fires, and it's almost an interception. That's the huge thing here. I mean, a pretty well guarded ball, but of course you want that interception, and you want it right there. That might have been a pick 6 if he knows his route, and it's going to take a goal line hit once again and go back. So Daniels, with some points to prove, coming out on this drive. It has not been good for Mexico City, but defense keeping them in it. It's still a one-possession game, so why not? And the handoff there, not doing them any favors. 3-yard loss, and Wow, this game has really been defensive. Total yards for the Armadillos, by the way, few and far between. It's 9 yards. And he'll just make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll be happy to do so after shedding a tackle, and then it'll be 3rd and 13. Empty backfield. Throws, and it's incomplete. Just too low for the receiver. Phillips, of course, was going to do that. And 4th and 13, obviously a necessitated call to the punt team. And Drew Lock and the Dreadknots will take this one at the 31. Now, Tracy Jr. has not been a huge part of this, but the receivers certainly stepping their game up as they go 5 wide here. Lock looks to throw. He's going deep. Huge deep ball, and it's batted up and incomplete. That would have been a huge one if they could have just pulled it in. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Dreadknots. Huge plays to be made here. 2nd and 10. Lock will sling it, and it's caught. 1st and 10 at the 42. So 1st down for the Dreadknots. We'll see what they do after that. Pass is caught on a drag route, and Terrell Johnson getting yet another 1st down, or not a 1st down, a catch, but he'll be injured on that one. It was a pretty hard hit. Hopefully nothing serious. Maybe it's the air maybe leaving his body. He did get up right away, though. That's a telltale sign that he's okay, and it'll be a 1st down after a pretty impressive run. And Armstrong getting into it with what I assume was the receiver, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 39. Dreadknots, and that will be stopped immediately. 2nd and 10 here for Paris. They've made their case well known. Handoff here, and they'll pick up 9 to make it 3rd and well manageable here. Tracy Jr. again being the little light that they have. 3rd and 1. Handoff, and this one will get 1st down for Tracy Jr. 27-yard line. And with them being inside the 30, it's going to get tighter down the field. You're more likely to see some handoffs here. And Drew Lock fakes one right there. Under pressure, and he goes down. That's exactly what I meant, as Armstrong meets Drew Lock in the backfield for a loss of 10. A colossal sack right there, as it'll be 2nd and 20 at the 37. Lock. Motion to a man. Looking to throw. Lock launches it, and it's dropped. Wishes he had that one back. St. Just on the other end, as it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Dreadknots. There's a slip screen, and that will only regain about 6 yards of the 10 that was lost. Timeout taken by the Armadillos, reasonably so, as they'll go for another field goal. This one will be about 48 yards. Kick is up and good. At least they have a reliable kicker. Yeah, I mean, you can't argue against that. Makes it a 2-possession game. And the and the Dreadknots making their case well known for this one, as Mexico City will get the ball. And they're making a case to go 1-1, but again, you can't count them out too soon. The Armadillos do have a few weapons at their disposal if they really want to get into this game. Here's Jaden Daniels. one of them, by the way, as that pass is caught, and it'll be at the 48. Good rack yards to set him up on first down. Empty backfield for Jaden Daniels. He'll sling this one, and it's caught sideline. And he'll get down to the 31. That's Robinson Jr., who picks up the first. Taking it all to heart. And just under a minute left in this second quarter of play. Daniels will get this one. Goes, caught! And if he could just sink that tackle, it would have been a touchdown. Doesn't happen, though. It'll be first and goal at the 6. Huge gunslinging right there, and they have woken up. Huge play there by Brown. Looking behind him, seeing the ball, possessing it, and, of course, not worrying about the contact afterwards. First and goal at the 6-yard line, though. Daniels with some pass protection. It gets past, and it's a sack. Their 4th of the game. Reminder that this is only the first half of football to be played yet. As it stands here, the Paris defense has been strong. And they might have one play left before they have to call a timeout here. Jaden Daniels looks to throw. Pass is caught by Terry McLaurin. There's the timeout as they'll reach the 6 once again. And they're just going to go for their field goal to make it 9-3. Pretty easy chip shot there. Only about 20 so yards out. And they'll make it to make it 9-3. So with 3 seconds left, they will get this one into the back of their end zone. And I might have Ice come up and maybe talk after the first couple here as Drew Lock launches down the field. It's caught, but triple zeros. And a touchdown saving tackle by the Armadillos. And what a way to end that one. Huge right there for Drew Lock's stats, but it'll still remain 9-3 at the end of the first half. And while we're looking at the scores, I am trying to get Ice on the line. The Thunderbirds and Aviators finished their game 10-7. And they'll be looking to get something else done there. Here's the Canton Tigers and the Orlando Orbits set to take place in Florida. Oakland Elks and Toronto Condors take it to Canada. And that is a game to watch, as it will be an exciting one to watch here. 9-3, and I have a feeling that this second half is going to be huge, as this kick will reach inside the 5, and they'll take it out from there. Obviously, no real other choice, and a pretty good effort to make it to the 31. Here's Jaden Daniels. He's been good for the Armadillos, especially in that last minute. Ramping up the total yards. We'll see what he can do. Maybe some second half energy left in him, as that handoff will make it 3 yards. And that's Robinson. Needed him to be more productive. It's been a rough ride. Take a look at that matchup on the top of your screen there. And that is going to be a screen, and he is lit up. Wow. What a hit right there. Reminds me of Gus Johnson's call. I mean, at that point, you wonder if there's smoked barbecue back there, because good night. That was a big hit. Jaden Daniels will take off with the ball, and he has it well past the first down marker at the 47-yard line, where it'll be taken down. Huge play right there. And an even bigger play by Phillips to step up and take him right there. Had blocks down the field. If that wasn't made, He might have gone all the way. That's a huge run from Jaden Daniels, as he will have a single back in the backfield. It's a quick throw to Terry McLaurin for a gain of 7. As McLaurin a little slower to get up. It doesn't seem to be affecting him, though. 2nd and 3. Dillo's looking to take advantage of a one-possession game here, and that run will keep the drive alive to do so, as it'll be a first down, and Bijan Robinson stepping up in this second half here, at the start of it at least, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40 from his run, and they're going to go play action here. Daniels tries to run with it, and he will be sacked by Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of this game. And they just keep adding up. That's the 5th sack for the Dreadknots today, as it'll be 2nd and 12. Here, Daniels throws, passes caught, shakes a tackle, and they're going to say he's short just a few. 3rd and inches. That is Ertz on the catch, and just barely not making it there. Ooh, boy. I think if you had a worm attached to that ball, it would have been better off. And there's a slide at the 16. Well done by Jaden Daniels to get inside the 20, which makes it an official red zone drive here for the Armadillos. Will they be our first to score a touchdown in this one? So Jaden Daniels already with an interception, hopefully not making one here, as he'll look to pass. Throw is going to be incomplete. Ertz couldn't hold on through the contact. That's a huge play by the middle linebacker for the Dreadknots, as it'll end up being 2nd and 10. Handoff here, and that will be a loss of 1. Excuse me. That was Eckler on the run right there. So Robinson not taking any tanking for that one. And it'll be 3rd and 11. Daniels rolls out, fires, passes caught. Robinson trying to inch forward, and it will not mean that much. 4th and 7 at the 13. And I imagine we'll see another field goal. That is what it is. So this one to make it a 3-point game. As this kick is up, it is good. 9-6. Seen an awful lot of field goals today from both teams. Been a pretty huge effort from the special teams unit today, as this will be returned from about the 5-yard line, and tackle made at the 24th. So let's talk about Tyrone Tracy Jr. 9 rushes, 47 yards, no touchdowns yet, but just like every other player in this game, that's not happened yet. So with a 9-6 ball game, they'll throw, passes caught, and a huge hit on Malik Neighbors to just nudge this one out, as it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Under center, Tracy gets it, and he will be absolutely tormented after a gain of 1. 3rd and 9 at the 25 here. Safeties have been brought down. That might be a huge play, and it's going to be incomplete. Huge contested ball right there. Robinson would have had it if maybe, I don't know, he wasn't a running back. To be honest with you, I see nothing else but that stopping him right there, as that is a huge punt all the way past the 15. They'll get this one to the 20. An excellent job by the first man down there to get it. And Jaden Daniels. First and 10 here for Jaden Daniels. He'll be at the 20. Looking to throw. Pass is caught by Robinson. And he is hit well after. So 2nd and 4 here at the 27. Daniels takes the dump pass, and that will be a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 6 now for the Armadillos. So if they want to get anywhere with this, I mean, especially if they want to chew clock to tie this game, this is going to be a huge play, and it's caught! Foot race, and it'll be down at the 26. Huge play right there. Wow. Daniels takes the shot, airs it out, and it was not poorly judged. Look at that separation right there. Huge play from number 85 for the Dillos. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Dillos take this one and give it straight back to a tight end. That will be, I believe that is Ertz for an 8-yard gain. Watch that, Terry McLaurin at the top of your screen there. Handoff, though, by Robinson. Will nudge him forward just enough for the 1st down at the 15-yard line. So Daniels in pretty good scoring position, and I've said it all day. Can they be the first ones to score? Or will they just tie it up with another field goal? Robinson takes this one, and it'll be 2 yards. Make it 2nd and 8. Say it's at the 14, which is weird because he just gained 2 yards from the looks of it. So 2nd and 8. And the handoff will lose one right there. Thibodeau digging the grave right there, as it'll be 3rd and long for the Armadillos. So will we see another drive stall out right here? Only the Armadillos can answer that one, as Daniels steps up. He's going to run, and it's going to be our first touchdown of the game. Mexico City in for the touchdown. Jaden Daniels. First real-time scorer of this game, other than a kicker. He has really stepped up since that 1st half, finishing it with his legs right there, and that drive was substantial, as it makes it, with the extra point, 9-13. Huge play, as the Armadillos go down in 8 plays, about 4 minutes 15. And the time management here has definitely been a key factor. So now the Dreadknots find themselves in their first deficit of the game. The Armadillos happy it's their first lead. And the total yards have certainly skyrocketed in the 2nd half. This is a huge comeback from Mexico City, as the handoff goes for a gain of 9. That's Tracy Jr. once again. That's his 11th rush for 57. And Paris went from looking like they were going to be 1-1 to possibly being in danger of 0-2 going into this 4th quarter here. And sacks. The name of this game right now, as the defense has been nothing short of spectacular in this game. Mexico City talked about their offense needing to be worked on, specifically in the running back situation, but what's definitely been good for him. Huge throw down the field, and it's dropped. Malik Neighbors would have had a touchdown right there. Wow. I mean, what a huge play right there, as Tracy Jr. will get a 1st down on the handoff right there. That'll be 1-yard gain. That's all they needed, as Bobby Wagner in company to stop him right afterwards. So 1st and 10. Lock throws to the side, and it's going to be incomplete. A little bit of contact there from the secondary. It must have said something that Johnson didn't like because he stepped right back and went for him. There's an empty set here from the Dreadnoughts. Drew Lock, with all the time in the world, fires, and it's going to be another drop. Wow, Paris has really got to work on those drops. The third down conversions, it's been Paris so far keeping up, but with this one here, they will not convert, and Marshawn Lattimore showing his presence. Not only in the first half, but in the second part of this game. As it'll be 4th and 10, excuse me, for that one. As that bounces clear to the back of the end zone. As Jaden Daniels will come right back out once again. This time at the 20. And he has certainly had a lot of success since that first half of play. He's our first scorer of the day, and there's another big completion down the field. Now he's over 200 plus. And Brown to get him over the hump. Huge play right there. Drops it back shoulder. He has to come back for it, but it's the completion that counts for sure. As it'll be first and 10 at the 46-yard line now. Here's Daniels. Handoff to Robinson. And it'll be a gain of 4. As the crowd was definitely overhyped by that huge play just a few minutes ago. There's a pass down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Huge play right there from Banks, trying to shuffle it loose. And he was certainly successful. 3rd and 6 now. Daniels will give this one to Terry McLaurin, and it's a big decision that gets him the first down at the 36-yard line. So the Dreadnoughts starting to loosen up a little bit here. And that is certainly not good, as the Mexico City Armadillos have certainly taken an advantage to that, as it'll be 2nd and 4 at the 30. Here's Jaden Daniels now. He'll take the snap, looking, throws, passes caught, and he's past the 10 to the 8. 1st and goal for Mexico City. And he just figured he'd throw that one right at his tush. I mean, look at this. An absolutely star-studded team in the second half for certain. 2 halfbacks side by side here. Don't know exactly what that formation is. Must be a new one from the Armadillos. And he surges forward to the 1. Man, that would have been huge. 2nd and goal at the 1 now. And weirdly enough, an empty set here for Daniels. And he'll take this one. QB sneak. And he sneaks into the end zone. Touchdown, Armadillos. QB blast. And I'll tell you what, this QB certainly has had a blast in this game. Goes straight past Dexter Lawrence. And reminder that this is a rookie. I mean, a certainly high impact rookie, but man, this is sort of nuts. 9-20 ball game now, where it was 9-3 at the end of the first half. Certainly a huge letdown for Paris fans. Mexico City now looking like the ones that will go 1-1. Just like I said for the Armadillos, though, it is not over for Drew Lock and the Dreadnoughts. Passing yards for the Armadillos has certainly skyrocketed since that first half, and there's a sack. That is Jared Allen for a huge sack on Drew Lock, sending them back 4, and this defense has certainly been the ones to keep them in it. Second half, they've gone the Dreadnoughts have gone completely scoreless, as Drew Lock, under pressure, will reasonably throw this one at the sideline. And Lattimore in company. So, in their minds, they're counting it as a pressure stack. Here's Drew Lock, who will throw to the check down. He's going to shake a tackle, but he cannot break two defenders, as St. Just will be credited with some camera time for taking him down. And here we go. Huge play right here for the Dreadnoughts. If they don't convert, might as well call this game over. Lock looking to throw. Incomplete. And that should be game. Should just about seal it right there. Unless they do not score and they do not have a, way of running out this clock, I guess it would be a turnover that they would need. Excuse me for the stuttering. Ooh, Lord. Play action. Throw. Terry McLaurin. And it's going to be a first down at the 6. McLaurin with a huge gain. First and goal. Armadillos. Jaden Daniels. And I'll tell you what. This team has certainly come out in the second half, and Bijan Robinson answering the haters with a touchdown. Or I'm sorry, that's Brian Robinson, but I mean, at this point, what's the difference? Huge play right there to most certainly seal this game with just 5 minutes left. And Mexico City certainly ticked. I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it must have been something directly towards either the defense letting up field goals, which honestly I wouldn't see them being too mad about that, or they went after Jaden Daniels and Brian Robinson, and that has certainly been a huge part of this game so far, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30. So Drew Lock coming back out, and despair. Certainly just despair. This offense has reached over 300. Drew Lock still has yet to go over the 200 mark, as Mexico City's Jaden Daniels certainly has in this one. 2nd and 4. Lock fires, and it's going to be incomplete. That one directed towards Robinson. And it'll be 3rd and 4 at the 36-yard line. Yet again, another huge one. And that's going to be a sack for Bobby Wagner. 5 sacks for Paris. But the Mexico City Armadillos certainly catching up, as their linebacker gets in for 1. And these, oh boy, these are garbage time. 4th and 10. Here, Drew Lock. Rose deep. Knocked down, incomplete. Big decision right there from Bobby Wagner. And I don't know why Bobby Wagner's all the way down the field there, unless they're playing man coverage. That is certainly a weird one. But it results in 1st and 10 for Jaden Daniels at the 30. After a flawed drive from Paris, a true definition of 3 and out. This time they added an extra one to that, call it 4 and out. As Daniels taking off with his legs once again. And I think he's looking to get on the rushing stat board after this game. I mean, certainly no signs of stopping. Daniels looking to throw, and he cannot find anybody. He's sacked. Held in check right there. It has not been the same in the first half as it was in the first half of play, where he was just being held down ruthlessly. So 3rd and 8. Mexico City. Play clock winding down. And the snap will have a first down and a lot more as they'll get down to the 8. Huge play right there for the Armadillos. And it'll be first and goal as well. 2-minute warning coming here. 9-27. Certainly a lot has changed since halftime and this 2-minute warning. But we're here for it. First and goal at the 8-yard line. Here's a handoff. And they'll get to the 9. So this time change has certainly helped teams, and you can tell. That's exactly why we brought it in, for huge comeback games and, you know, just crazy outcomes as Robinson gets in for his second touchdown of the game. Mexico City certainly exploding, and Brian Robinson has certainly answered the call that the Armadillos gave to him during that conference. I'll have to interview him after the game. I mean, that was truly insane. And the post-game press conference is going to be nothing short of spectacular for Brady Quinn. Or Danny Quinn, excuse me. 5 plays, all it took from 30 yards out. And the Dreadknots get the ball once again. I mean, they have truly slowed way down since the second half. I mean, they haven't even scored any points. Not a field goal, nothing. And Drew Lock certainly held in check as well. Jared Allen certainly all over him. You've seen Wagner get the sack just a few drives ago. And I can certainly say that they have been putting a BTA on this team, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 22. And motion from Drew Lock, looking to throw. He's got time, gets this one off, and it will be no gain. That's all it's been. That's all it's been, truly. As we wind down the moments in this game, as Drew Lock goes to throw. That pass is intercepted! And that's going to be a pick 6 to put the cherry on top. Wow! St. Just might be an interception leader after that. I mean, defensive player for certain. That was insane. Jumps the route, catches his interception, and then he's not done there. He gets in the end zone, starts dancing around a little bit, and with 26 seconds left, they put over 40 on him after only being able to score a field goal in the first half. This game would have been over long, long ago. And, I mean, Mexico City certainly thankful that we've let them do this. I mean, it's been more of an exciting game for certain on the commentary side. As Drew Lock will set up at the 27 after a return. Right there, and wow. After this game's over, I might have to give that belt a few more turns there. Drew Lock throws, passes caught, and it'll go out sideline. 4 yards, and man, this one doesn't really even matter. Start talking about how Mexico City's done in this game. I mean, when you look back at their defense, I mean, that's what kept them in it ultimately. And it's what's kept the Dreadknots down in the second half. I mean, no points allowed. I think maybe that is our first time seeing a defense held scoreless in the first. Or, I'm sorry, since the first. And certainly a big shutout as Mexico City did not like I don't know if maybe the fans were complaining or what, but this game has taken up a lot of time, most certainly. And, I mean, Dable's pretty happy. I don't know if that's lunatic happy or what, but, I mean, he is certainly going to ream this team after this. I mean, look at that. They were getting sacks all over the place, and then you see the same guy taking off into the end zone about twice. I mean, this game is not for the Dreadnoughts. It was certainly for the Armadillos. Very little time remaining. So I'll give you the player stats here. We'll look at who's injured and who's not. Nothing rushing, receiving wise. Nothing. Blocking. No one hurt there. Defensively. Oh, we do have one. Adoree Jackson will probably miss the next game. Other than that, no one else. Kicking wise, obviously no injuries. Punting, kick return, Adoree Jackson once again. But the only injury. No passing touchdowns for Drew Lock, no passing ones for Daniels, but I'll tell you what, he certainly got close and he got the job done with his legs and finished with over 80% completion rate, well over, by the way, 85.2, where Drew Lock could not come up with those numbers. But with that being said, I will see all of this done and uploaded when I have the time. Most likely this week will come out all on Wednesday. So hopefully we're able to get that one out. Happy Memorial Day, by the way, for everybody, as our Memorial Day game, certainly not one to ignore. Paris and Mexico. Ooh. Like I said, game to remember. But that's all for me. See ya from Mexico City. It's Cab signing out.